Good afternoon, year two. New subject this term. We are going back to history. Okay, we did geography last term. Now we're doing history this term. And our topic this term is traveling in the past. So looking at travel and transport, how people got around in the past. Okay, so what do you know already about how people used to travel? Or how people travel now, either one. What do you know about traveling? How do people get from place to place? Is there anything you want to know? Is there anything you hope to find out? Okay. Can't really fill that one in because I don't know what you know, but just for your own sake of thinking about it. Okay, so we are comparing today modern transport, so transport today, versus transport from the past, okay? So a big question that we should be able to answer by the end, hopefully, is what was transport like in the past? But let's start with this picture, okay? What methods of transport can you see and name, okay? What different types of transport can you name there? Pause the video. How many of them can you name? I'm not looking for individual names of cars. You can just say car, and then what other types are there? Okay, let's see how you did. I probably will miss a few, but we have got, I'll go left to right, sailing boat, kind of like a big yacht, a jet boat, a steamboat, an aeroplane, a glider, a helicopter, a hot air balloon, and a zeppelin. Then we've got fire truck, bus, truck or van, I guess, motorbike, car, taxi, lorry, tractor, tow truck, magic carpet for some reason. If you find a magic carpet to transport on, I'll be very impressed. Ambulance, cycling, police car, kind of like a go-kart type situation. Limousine, oh, that'd be fancy. Steam train, other normal train. Jetpack, that'd be cool. Weird bike with one big wheel and one small wheel. I don't know if there's a name for that. Horse and walking. So which one of these modes of transport would you use to go to a shop? No, it's not jetpacking. No, it's not. But what would you use? Quite a few, depending on how close the shop is. You could cycle, you could get in a car, you could get a taxi, you could walk. Quite a few. Okay, and then what would you use to go to another country? Which ones can you use to go to a different country? Say you wanted to go see the Eiffel Tower in France, or you wanted to go all the way to like Australia. How would you get there? So pretty much any that go in the air. Gliding would be tough. You'd have to be very lucky. Hot air balloon you could do. It would take a very long time, but you could do it. But anything on water, because water, we are on an island, so to get out, we have to go either on water or above water. Unless, of course, you're going to France, you can take a train because there's a tunnel. There's the underground to get there, the Eurostar. So any of those would do. Or the jetpack, of course, you could use the jetpack. Or the magic carpet. Aladdin would be annoyed at me if I didn't mention it. You could use the magic carpet. Okay. So in the past, people didn't have cars, trains, and airplanes like we do to help them get from place to place. So how do you think people in the past traveled around? Because none of these transports were invented yet. So how do you think they got around? It's not magic carpet. Okay, so thousands and thousands of years ago, people used their feet to get everywhere. Oh, tiring, am I right? There were no roads, just dirt tracks. Before the wheel was invented, okay, so there was a time where we didn't even have the wheels that make everything go so much easier along the ground. It was very difficult to get from place to place or to move goods around. Okay, imagine moving house when there were no cars, no wheels to be able to push things along. You just had to carry everything. The very first type of transport was boats. Water was seen as the best way of getting goods from one place to another. Okay. Then, around 11,000 years ago, so a very long time ago, people started to use animals to help them carry goods from one place to another. Animals like camels, horses, donkeys, and oxen became domesticated. Domesticated means you are raised to be used by humans instead of being wild or just being used to be around humans. Pets are domesticated, okay? Dogs, cats, and stuff, they are domesticated because they are used to living in a house with humans, as opposed to you can get wild cats and wild dogs who aren't used to it, okay? Then the wheel came along. Oh boy, what a great invention. About 5,500 years ago, so still a very, very long time ago, okay? So now people could attach carts to the animals so that they could push along more stuff, and it makes everything go a bit smoother, okay? Nothing then changed much. That was pretty much what people did for about 1,000 years, okay? People use animals more and more to pull carts, chariots, carriages, and wagons, all different versions of things on wheels across land, while boats were used to cross water and to transport heavier goods. People rode horses as well. So it's all animals and boats. That's pretty much it. But then a few hundred years ago, that's when modes of transport that we have today were invented. So this timeline kind of gives us an idea, okay? So this is all within the last sort of 400 years, okay? If you think the wheel was invented 5,000 years ago, but we've only had these sort of things for 400 years. So there was a very long time where there wasn't much else going on. So they invented the submarine, so you were able to go underwater, the hot air balloon and steamboats. Okay, then a bicycle. Oh, what we would do without bicycles, I have no idea. Okay, then cars were only invented roughly about 130 years ago. Okay, so they've not been around that long. Then aeroplanes about 100 years ago, the jumbo jet, even less than that, hovercraft, even less than that. So all these things that we know of today have not been, considering humans have been around for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we've only actually had the transport we're so used to. You know, cars are everywhere now, but we've only been around for a very short period of time. So how do you think people's lives would have been different before they had cars, trains, and planes? What impact does that have, not having that transport? I'll give you an example. I have some family who live in America. Okay, if I had lived in a time where there were no cars, trains, and planes, I would have struggled very much to ever see them. If I did, I'd have to take a boat, which would take weeks to get there. And that would be extremely expensive. So chances of me doing that more than once in a lifetime would be very unlikely, okay? So being able to just visit other places, to be able to go anywhere beyond your local place would be very hard, okay? Life was very different before these types of transport were invented. It took a long time to travel on a horse or in a horse-drawn carriage, and the journeys were difficult. Sailing also took a long time and was often dangerous, okay? Because journeys were so long and difficult, people usually stayed close to their homes. They couldn't have jobs that were far away. Traveling to different countries was usually only possible for rich people who could afford not to work for weeks at a time. So, your assignment, you have pictures of transport here, and then your job is to put them into, are they from the past? Are they from the present? Or are they from the past and we still use them now? Are they both, essentially? So it's sorting these into the different part of the Venn diagram. Are they from the past or do we use them now? Okay, so that's your first job. Your second job is you lived in the past and you've just finished a long journey. So this was before cars, planes, trains. Where did you go and how long would it take you? Did it take you? Okay, so you try to get into that mindset of what it would have been like. What mode of transport did you use? You kind of got the train. So did you go by horse? Did you walk it? Did you take a boat? How did you do it? Okay, did something go wrong on this journey? All right, so those are your two challenges for this afternoon. Good luck. Miss Druce for the rest of the week because I'm in school. But hopefully, depending on things going on, might be able to see you soon. So we'll see. Goodbye, everyone. See you soon.